Hello everyone, it's Pink Giraffe, and today it's going to be a different video. I want to show you how I make my own Temtem text font, and it's a bit of work, but it's not too long, so it's quite doable, right? So first of all, you want to go here at the Go files. You will find the link below. So you have posted this, I believe, in Discord. So here you have access to a lot of the things, so like render, stickers, concepts, icons. So if you want images of like feather, nova, etc., you can use these from here. They're very good for thumbnails. But what I want to do is to get the font, and for Windows I use the Temfont regular.otf, and you can just download this file. You can also download everything, but that would take a long while. Once you have it downloaded, you want to go to your font file. Now you can go to C, Windows Fonts, and paste it here, Temfont regular. You can also paste it in the font that your application might use, but I'm going to use GIMP2, and the Windows one is sufficient, so I pasted it here, and I have Temfont regular. Once I have that, I'm going to open GIMP2 and I'm going to select to create a new image, right? So new, I'm gonna just keep it as 1920 by 1080. I mean, we're usually going to scale these, right? I'm going to delete this layer because I don't like the background layer that I had by default. So I'm no expert by any means. And what I'm going to do is click the text tool, and I'm gonna pick Temfont, and my default is 210. Now, the colors is not really gonna matter too much right now. You can just do it whatever, and you're just gonna write your what you want to write. So how to make Temfont text. So let's say I want this text. Now I can select the move if I want to make it a bit more central, if it works better for me, right? And now, as you can see, this is just not, it's quite bland. It is the Temfont, but it's not what Temtem font looks like, it's quite weird looking in a way. What you need to do is add a background. So I'm going to here, right click and new layer. And I'm just gonna click say Temfont background. Now the background obviously has to be in the back, so I'm gonna make it below the text. And the first thing I want to do is click this and select by color. I select this, and now what I'm gonna do is click Control I, and basically it selects all the opposite area. So basically now what I'm going to do is click the paintbrush. I'm gonna select a different color. Now I do have a very low size paintbrush, so I'm gonna make it bigger, and I did something wrong. So CTRL light, okay, yeah. Okay, because I did not have CTRL light selected. So now I can do this. Now actually it selected me in a square, which I don't like, so let me reselect. I don't know why it does this, right? Okay, yes, I know why actually, because the text is a small box. But in this case now the box has gone. Again, I am no expert, but I make it work. So now that I did the Control I and selected everywhere else, okay, right. Yeah, sometimes I mispress. See, actually, even if I bring it up front here, you can see it won't overlap, so I can use this. So you kind of fill it in kind of quick, right? And kind of make your own kind of shape. So yeah, I'm gonna speed this up probably. Okay, so now that's kind of base layout done, but obviously I'd like to get a bit more refined and more designed. So you're gonna take the size and lower it a bit if you want a bit more refinement. So let's say, like, I undo a lot, like if it doesn't look great. Like, for example, you can do like something like that to look like a leafier kind of thing. If you know, you can take the eraser. Again, you're only going to erase your new layer, so it's not gonna matter too much. And you kind of create your own shape and like refine how you want these. So obviously some things will like look bad, you undo. But you kind of get better with practice and find what you like. And I think we're done right now. So now, the next thing I want to do, obviously, you know, you can erase, edit, whatnot, but what I'm gonna do is CTRL-I and go back to the text, and I'm gonna select two colors that I want. So let's say I selected the pink, and let's say a darker pink, so you want something a bit darker there. And I'm gonna create the bucket fill, and I'm gonna pick gradient, the gradient mode selected. You're going to keep the mode normal, opacity 100. You're going to change this to foreground to background RGB, FG to BG, RGB. Yes, lots of G's and B's, and yeah. Blend color space I keep perceptual RGB, and we're going to select linear as the first gradient. Now you can either like apply from left to right, it kind of goes from lighter to darker, you can go up and down, you can decide how you want. You can do very little here, you can do very little light, so you can, you know, change this a bit. There are some couple of other options like radial if you want to make it like a radius, like a circle, but I always prefer I always prefer the linear one, and I do something like this until I get what I want. Now I'm going to do go back to Temfont background. I'm going to select by color, and I'm going to select the background here. Now I'm going to change these colors a bit and make them darker. So let's say I want a bit more red and darker red. So yeah, you know, something like plum and red. And what I'm going to do is go back to the gradient. I'm going to change this to shaped spherical. I'm going to use metric shabby shav. And I'm going to just select this. Now, again, this is not a nice color, so I'm gonna select a bit darker here. I'm gonna select a much darker one. And as you can see, it kind of has a darker background than the lighter one. Now again, it's not the right color, so you just kind of try until you kind of get what you like for colors. And you usually want the outer one to be much darker than the other one. Now obviously if I do it super light, this is how it would look like, so it's still wouldn't want that to be light. And once you're happy with the colors you have, now of course you can do, you know, you can go other tones. So let's say you want yellow, you know, kind of background, whatnot. But I'll stick to this. Once you are happy with those, you can just save this. So what I'm going to do is image, first of all, crop to content. So now it's cropped. If you're unhappy, you can do like a fuzzy select, for example, if you want to do letter by letter, but it's not really recommended. You can keep the select by color and try to, okay, so let's say the font, and I'm going to kind of choose the font again if I wanted to recolor it, etc. But let's say I'm happy, and it's good to save the state every now and then, so you make sure you have the different steps. So in case you want to recolor it, you can just reload, because that would make things easier. But when once you're fully done, you're just going to merge visible layers, and now you just select all, and you can just copy this or save this and copy it into your image editor, like Canva or whatever. So yeah, that's the video, how to make Temfont text. So I do hope you enjoy, I hope you find this useful. I will see you around. Thank you for watching. Bye bye.